Hey everybody, you see my new glasses are out because it is the end of a long day and a long week, but I am 11 weeks pregnant today and I am sure happy about that. This has been a hard week. Mainly there's just a lot of stuff going on, and Alice has been not feeling well and just having a really hard time this week. Just really fussy. I think she's getting her molars. It's just been, we've had really trying days, and she's been on nap strike for a week. So, you know, it's been difficult. Mike is actually out of town. He went out of town yesterday and he will be gone for the next 4 days. And actually things are going okay since he left, but I was pretty stressed about him going, just how I was going to handle everything with the way that that she has been and stuff. But anyway, things are looking up, so I am happy to be ending this week on a pretty positive note, going into the next one, so I gotta feel good about that. I had a midwife appointment in this past week. It was at 10 weeks and 5 days by my count. For some reason, the way that they have their little like circle thing, they think that I'm actually further ahead than I am. They thought that at that appointment I was 11 weeks and 4 days. I don't know. I'm not really gonna fight over like a few days because it doesn't really matter that much, but I don't know. This was the very first appointment I've ever had where like my midwife, the midwife that I saw for all of my pregnancy with Alice and you know, my appointments so far, wasn't there. She was at a birth, so I saw another midwife in the practice. I know in other group practices, like, you know, it's fairly common to switch and, you know, see different people, but that has never been my experience. But it was fine. I was perfectly comfortable with the other midwife too. I think maybe my midwife is at a new practice. Maybe this practice is a little bit more collaborative, but I really feel okay about that. I still don't know if I'm going to stick with this practice or I'm going to look at, I am definitely going to do some research about other birth options, other options we have. But so far I'm really happy with this practice. Everybody is super professional, and I don't know, my appointments are really pleasant, really enjoyable so far. So the big news from my appointment is that I've already gained 3 pounds. I don't know how, since I'm not really eating all that much. I mean, I've had some Easter candy, okay, since my last appointment, that's true. But otherwise, you know, most things just haven't been tasting good to me, and it's just been hard to eat. I've not been eating the portions that I normally eat. What I really think it is that just in pregnancy, my metabolism changes. Normally, I have a super high metabolism. I have a really hard time gaining weight or keeping weight on. My mom's the same way. My brother's the same way. Mike's the same way, even though, you know, obviously he's not a blood relative, okay? But, you know, same kind of thing. And I think that, you know, in pregnancy, my body needs to kind of slow that down and retain more. And so that's what's going on, which is okay. I'm not going to stress about it. I just hope that it doesn't get out of control because, you know, just all the weight you gain, it just puts more stress on your body. It's already under stress, and, you know, towards the end you can get some complications if you do gain a lot of weight. So hopefully this is just my body figuring things out, and things will sort of even themselves out. I want to throw out something that might be kind of crazy, but it happened again today, and I don't know, I kind of just want to put it on record. I think that I maybe am already feeling the baby move. I know it seems crazy early. I've heard that with subsequent pregnancies, you do feel it earlier. And I didn't go back and check, but I'm pretty sure with Alice, I felt her at around 13 or 14 weeks. I mean, it's a pretty distinct feeling, like the flutters. I won't say that it couldn't be anything else, but it's pretty distinct. I feel like I know what that feels like. And so it's happened twice now. Once where I was just laying in bed, you know, really focusing. And then today when I was driving, it's just very, very distinct. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's baby. I don't know. Maybe I have a really big baby. Maybe the baby already gained 3 pounds. I don't know. Okay, other symptoms. This week, part of what's made everything so tough is that nursing is really, really painful. It's hurting really bad right now. And I talked to the midwife about it, and she thinks that it's just hormonal, and it's just It's just how sensitive my nipples are at this point, hormonally. And also because Alice is a toddler, their latch or their suck is like harder. You know, she says that can get, they can just be more forceful the older they get. I also wonder if, I know somewhere in your second trimester, your milk sort of changes and becomes more colostrum, and I wonder if that's happening. You know, I wonder if my supply is dipping a little bit, or it's starting to change over, and she can tell, so it's forcing her to try to nurse harder, but it's really painful, like almost verge of tears kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm not planning to make any changes. I'm gonna try to work through it, you know, give it a little bit more time, but man, it's been kind of rough. So my fatigue has been pretty bad just because Alice has not been napping enough, and the tantrums that she's had and just her activity level in this past week, you know, with not getting enough sleep, she's just kind of like been nutso, and then everything in our house being completely torn up for painting, I've just been really exhausted. Really exhausted. My nausea has also been pretty bad, and I think it's stress, you know, it's just all those other things going on. The other bad news is that I mentioned that I have eczema various places, but especially on the palms of my hands. And right now our dishwasher is broken. I know it's a total first world problem, but I have to wash the dishes by hand, and that makes my eczema so much worse. My hands are just really painful and really itchy, really bothering me. So I don't know. All those symptoms obviously point to progression and, you know, a growing baby, and things seem to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. We did hear the heartbeat at my midwife appointment. I've also heard it on my own a couple of times at home, and everything seems good. There's just nothing better than that feeling and feeling confident and, you know, being relatively assured that things are going well. We, in the next week, are looking to probably tell our family. We're pretty excited about that. The next in line are Mike's parents. I can't remember if I've talked about all this stuff before or not, but I don't know. I get the feeling that Mike is kind of holding back. We've talked about telling them around this time, and I kind of wanted to do it before he went out of town, and he didn't want to. I think it's just related to not wanting to deliver any bad news, like wanting to really make sure that we're kind of more in the clear, you know, so we give them good news just because of other stuff going on. So I'm also getting really excited. Obviously, after we go through, this is the order that we sort of want to do things in, and, you know, the timeline we feel comfortable with. But obviously after that, and then we tell, you know, personal friends and stuff, I'm getting really excited to tell you guys on YouTube. Some of my very favorite people are pregnant now at various stages, and I'm just super excited to, you know, follow along with you and be sort of part of the fun. And I don't know, it's also getting a little bit awkward, I feel like, not to say anything. And also because my stomach is so huge, at least it feels that way. So that is coming soon. Sometime soon. I've been sort of working on announcement video type ideas and stuff. But just to let you know that I am definitely thinking about you guys, and it's almost slipped out like several times on Facebook. But, you know, I really want to respect like sort of the agreement I have with Mike. Best thing about this past week, and this is kind of silly, but I finally decided to set up like a Pinterest board, but one of the secret boards. So if you're not on Pinterest, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I really like Pinterest just for recipe ideas and craft ideas and house stuff and, you know, whatever. It's fun. But I set up a special secret board for this mystery baby. And that's really exciting. So I'm able to use it to kind of like start to get things organized and get ideas for helping with Alice's transition to being a sister. And I don't know, I'm just able to spend more time kind of daydreaming about the future, and but it's still like, you know, my little secret. Every time I find something and I get to pin it to that board, my heart kind of skips a beat. It's just really exciting. So that is the best thing, besides just being one step closer to being in the second trimester and just feeling good about everything. Thanks for watching. See you next week.